Hello, my name is Finley Mowat. Welcome back to the second part of Untuck. I talked about the beat in the last video, so you should check that out if you haven't. But yeah, I'm just going to go through something different today, which is how I processed all the vocals. This was all done in Pro Tools and not Ableton, so it's a bit different. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of go through what I got given and how it got mixed and how it sits with the beat and what kind of vocal effects there are going on and how Pro Tools is a bit different to Ableton and looking at it from like a mixing perspective more than a creation perspective. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I always get itchy eyes when I do these videos. I don't know why. Let's just go right into it, eh? So I've got the beat here. That's how I did it. I kind of bounced out the beat and then mixed all the vocals here. And so we've got... Sorry, it's not a very nice looking session. Give me 2 seconds and I will colour coordinate all this for you. As if by magic. So, we've got the beat and then we've got loads of vocal tracks and it's just like layered harmonies, the main vocals, loads of ad-libs and backing vocals just to make it, give it that full sound. This is all from Berta, and yeah, shout out to her because she just kind of sent loads of stuff through and it was great. So yeah, most of the stuff you see is being sent to this Vox auxiliary track. You'd make an auxiliary track so that you can apply loads of plugins and effects to the same tracks. You don't have to use loads of processing power, and it's all the exact same presets and stuff will be sent. Anything that's sent to that track will have that effect on it and that processing. So the output, you set it as a bus and you put it as the Vox. And then you make the input of this the Vox, and then that comes out. So, yeah, let's have a listen.
What's good? I'm okay. Hey, slips into the DMs. It looks good in them jeans.
Yeah, quite a bit going on. A lot going on in the vocal chain. So, some quite heavy EQ. Berta kind of was like, this is how I do my EQ. And big dips and stuff at certain points. Yeah. I probably wouldn't use this plugin anymore because I was mixing this a while ago. I've got some nicer EQ stuff by FabFilter. I'd probably use that more. And then we've got this Pro compressor, and that's going through.
And why's it so damn hard?
I didn't know what I was doing to it.
To accommodate.
I've given it some oomph.
As if you got big feet, it means big suck.
Bit of reverb.
And if the mile's green, it means good luck.
Some
and
distortion.
It means I want to touch.
Cut
Don't
there.
be polite, no need to reply.
And this effect.
And if I want
Awful.
And if I want drinks, it means I want rubs. And if the day
This gives it a wee bit of a cool distorted effect. Some more compression with a lower threshold. Some de-essing to get rid of the sibilance. I should have no idea what it's on there for. That shouldn't really be on there. I think I thought I could tune some of the notes, but I could not. And then some really light saturation, some more compression, and this was just on there to see how loud it was. So yeah, that's the vocal chain. To be honest, I just kind of did what sounds good. It's not really like there's a formula to this kind of stuff. You just go in and do it. Experiment. So yeah, I think the more interesting stuff to talk about is the wee effects and that I've got going on. Do that wee distorted effect, and then so wee distorted effect going on there, and then this big delay, which is kind of like a wee bit off time to give it that cool character. But with the beat, it sounds nice. Cool, and then that comes right into the verse, and we've got these little delays going on. So I've just duplicated and brought down that exact take, and I've muted certain bits. That's because I've put a delay on it. So this is Echo Boy by Sound Toys, and it's got a quarter note delay on it with a bit of feedback, so that it gets that rhythmic kind of, and it fills out that space that would be quite empty otherwise, because the way that Berta's singing and doing the phrasing felt like it should have more emphasis on the bits that I've put it on. So if you listen. I'm okay. Hey. To the DMs, it looks good in the means, and why is it so damn hard to accommodate? Cool, and then when we go into the chorus, something else happens exact same, but it's a half delay this time, and again it's got this distortion. I wanted that kind of to feel quite saturated, the delay, so it wasn't very clean, and it's just got this kind of coloration to it. So maybe you can see that ass drop. Maybe you can see that ass drop. Maybe you can see that ass drop. Maybe you can see me untuck. Yeah, I think with that, you don't really want it to be too overbearing, and you don't want it to happen too often, but just enough so it gives it this variety, and like I said, emphasis on phrases which you want to stand out more. And there's loads of cool BVs, but that's all from Berta, and it just sounds so full. Maybe you can see that ass drop. What's happening in the BVs chain? Pretty similar, brought it all over, just distorted, and yeah, nothing too intense going on there. Yeah, just little ad-libs. It'll work for it, work for it, work for it. With you. In a lot of parts, I remember Berta being like, I want it to sound a bit more like a girl band singing. That's why it's so layered. So it's like this full sound, and it's quite like authoritative. Like, it gives it a lot more strength in the vocal. If you got big feet, it means big sucks. And if the mask green, it means good luck. And if I want seen, it means I want to touch. Don't be polite, no need to reply. Giggles and that. All these little bits that are just in there to fill it out. It doesn't sound like there's that much. You wouldn't think there's that many tracks, but there are. And I think it adds a lot just to the oomph of it, and it's quite easy to forget that stuff like that would happen. So the last kind of thing I would think is interesting that I did is talking about these laddie daddy das at the end. So maybe you can see that ass drop. Maybe you can see that ass drop. So what I did with these, I kind of wanted to give them a bit of this like random movement. So I've added Pan Man on here, and that is just a plugin that will rhythmically pan stuff if you want it to. So you can change it to rhythmic step and stuff in here, or do random, all that kind of stuff. But for this, I did it twice, because you, as I said, with the Vox bus, you kind of want a lot of the stuff to have the same processing done to it. So it's got that continuity. But for this, I could have just sent these to another bus just for the la-di-da-di-das and made them move in the same way and made it quite clean and uniform. But instead, I select on the low pan, on the low la-di-da-di-da bit, it's going like this. So it's moving, it never crosses over to your left ear, the left speaker, the left whatever channel. It's only going from the right to the center. And that's by this offset thing here. So I could just make it constantly go to the right, or I could make it all go to the left. And I made it pretty wide. That's why it's hitting this, and I've smoothed it out. It could be super jittery like that. But so if you hear it now, it's only in the right. That's a bit jarring, I don't like that. So that's why I put the smoothing on it. And so then I did the exact opposite with the left channel. So made it all go to the left in the center, so that they wouldn't cross over too much and wouldn't really counter each other out, but instead they would have this movement and it felt super wide in your ears. And with the instrumental and stuff, I was focusing on width. So you want that space and that width to be in all aspects, or whatever aspects you think would work. And for this, I felt it did work. So listen just to the highs. So together. There's loads of wee bits in there that kind of just give it character and give it that vibe. I thought it was cool. To be honest, don't really know what else you want. Put a lot of this wider on it. Oh gosh, what's that doing? 200%? What is that for? Yeah, that sounds really close if it's not on, but I think I wanted these just to, again, feel super wide out. So they're not really interfering with the main vocal, which is down the middle. So you want all the wee interesting bits either to be panned hard right or left, or like using this width thing so that they're in both ears, so they're not just, I could have panned that just to the right, but I wanted it to kind of feel like it was back here.
The mask green.
What else have I done? What else have I done? Bit of decapitator, just to give a bit of drive. That's how I did it. This is how I did the vocals. You can use different DAWs for different things, and I find Pro Tools to be the best for mixing for me. It just sounds different. As soon as you put something into Pro Tools after you've made it in Ableton, there's almost a thing that it sounds different. And because they're all set at 0, you start from scratch. It's quite nice to have both and interchange between them, because then also like it just gives it this change, and then you'll hear things that you didn't hear before, and you'll prioritize things that you didn't think were actually that important, but actually they add a load of character and stuff to the track. So yeesh, that's me done for today. Bye bye.